So, good morning students. Here we have to discussing about the statements here. C programming statement is compulsory end with semicolon. Every C statement can be end with semicolon. So, here is the simple C program, just addition of two numbers. You have to write here. So, that is int a comma b comma c. These three are the variables. Those are declared in integer type. Then next you have to enter the data to the declaration of the variables a in AB using the scanf function. So %d stands for addressing of A, %d stands for addressing of B in the scanf function. Here the next computational statement is there, that is C equals A plus B. So this is the arithmetic statement. Then next after computation of value of C, then next you can print the value of C. You are using the printf function. So \n is the new line character. Preceding of addition of AB, they may be write on the screen. First of all, it will be comes to the new line, and also write addition of AB equals. In the place of %d, it will be written the value of C, that is addressed by C. The next finally you can got the output from this program 7. So enter the numbers of AB, it will ask us during the execution of this program. So you may be given 5 for A, 2 for B. Then next automatically compute these values of A and B using the computational statement C equals A plus B in your program. So after that you can print the value of C, that may be printed on the screen. Addition of AB equals 7. That is the result of A plus B addition. This is the simple program for scanf and printf functions. Then next, what are the statements in generally you are using in your C program? These are the three types of statements naturally you are using. The number one is branching statement, number two is looping statement, number three is jumping statement. So branching statements are decision making or conditional statements. Looping statements are iterative statement, repeatedly execute the statements inside of this thing. Then next jumping statements are, you have to break them, otherwise you can continuously you can execute this statement. You are using the continue. Then next go to, this will be used to branching statement. This branching statement is either forward or backward. So coming into the control statement, in the C program you may be write the statement compulsory that may be end with semicolon. This only C statement. C program is a set of statements which are normally executed sequentially in order in which they appear. So the next, a number of situations we may have to change the order of execution of statements based upon the conditions, based upon the repeat group of statements, so and based upon the checking statements. So if there are any condition is met, like that. C language possesses decision making capabilities known as control statements. Those are called the control structures. These control statements enable us to specify the flow of the control, the order in which the instructions in the program must be executed. It is possible to make decisions to perform the task repeatedly, or sometimes it jump from one section to another section. So it will be jump to the coding to read the another section code. So here branching statements in generally you can use else if else, nested if else, switch statements. These are the branching statements, otherwise some conditional statements. Looping statements are for, while, do while. So the next jumping statements are break, continue, go to. These are the branching statements, and also return. So what is the use of branching statement? These statements are popularly known as decision making statements. So in generally we have the branching statement with the construction of if, and next if else. So sometimes you are using nested if. So you can follow the arithmetic if else like that. So the next in the place of decision making statement if, sometimes you are using the switch statement. This is the alternative execution of the statement. These are the branching statement popularly in the C language. The next looping statements. Portion of the program that is executed repeatedly is called a loop. In the C programming language that contains looping statements while, do while, for. The next jumping statement. Jumping statements are special control statements. So those are used to transfer the program control from one location to another location. These are using the set of keywords. Here these are responsible to transfer program control within the same block or from one function to another. Transfer of control may be jumps to either forward or backward using the go to statement. So the following are the statements. Here go to statement, then next return statement, break statement, continue statement. These are the jumping statement. In generally we can use it to develop the program. Then next selection statements. Selection statement is if. This if control statement is a conditional statement which checks the condition whatever may be given in your argument to the statement, and it is evaluated true, continues the execution of the statement so that are existing within the statement. If condition, statement 1, statement 2, statement n. If the condition is true, execute the statement block inside of the braces, curly braces. Inside of the curly braces we may be write statement 1, statement 2, so on, statement n. This block of statements executed, the condition is true. The condition may be false, it can't be execute the block of statement. This is the working nature of if conditional statement. The next if else statement working nature. If else. This control statement works exactly same as the if statement. So we have to discuss here. It will be provide the alternative statements to be executed if the given condition is evaluated to false is the else part. So that means if the condition is true, execute the true part statement, that is the following of if, statement 1 to statement n. If the condition is false, it may be execute the else part statement in the if else. Here if else is the another decision making statement. In this it will be working either true or false. So if the condition is true, that may be execute the following of if. If the condition is false, it may be execute the else part statement. So this is the working nature of if else. Then next nested if. In this nested if statement, so condition is true, it will be execute the what is the statement is following of if. The condition is false, so it may be goes to the another statement. In the nested if statement, the condition is true, execute the statement. Again you have to write another condition. So that may be true, execute another statement. Again you have to write another condition, that may be true, execute the statement. So if the conditions are false, it will be goes to another statement will be executed. So this is the working nature of nested if. Nested if else means you may be write more than one if statement in if and in the true part, and also more than one if statement in the false part, that is else part. So following of if you have to write more than one if. So for next, if it is false you can write more than one if in else part also. This is the working nature of nested if else. Then next, if else if. So if condition can be true, it will be execute the statements. Condition may be false, it will be goes to else part. Again you can write another if condition. If the condition is true, execute the statement in the statement body in the if. This is the working nature of if else if statement. Then next, another one is the conditional operator statement. So in particular situations we have to use this ternary operations. Previously I can discussed about this question mark, colon, ternary operators. These are the conditional operator, these are known as ternary operators. These are called so ternary operators because it takes three arguments. First condition, second and third is the value. The condition operator checks the condition. So the condition may be true, it will be returns second value. The condition may be false, it will be returned third value, like that. So you have to write the conditional operator in the place of if sometimes. Then next, going to be taken as another statement, that is switch. The switch statement selects a particular statement from the group of statements. The selection depends upon the current value of the expression, where the expression results in an integer value or character value or any other data type. So the expression may be evaluates either integer value or character value. So in generally we have to write the expression evaluation is either integer or character. So whereas here can write switch in parenthesis expression, this statement results the integer value. The expression may also be a type of char, or since individual characters have equivalent to that integer value. So that equivalent to that integer value. So in this general terms you can write the switch statement is the alternative execution of the statements. When the switch statement is evaluated or executed, the expression is evaluated and the control is transferred directly to that group of statements whose case label value matches the value of that expression. So that may be execute the block of statement. The switch statement is executed, the expression is evaluated, and the transfer of control directly goes to execute those group of statements that concerned label value matches the value of that expression. This is the working nature of switch case. Here is a switch case statement program. So here you can write main char ch is the variable. So scanf %d and ch. So that means ch variable may be declared as a character type. Switch ch. Here the expression can be takes in the place of expression you can directly write the ch variable. So whatever data can be assigned to this ch. So this is a single character. These are single characters are A to Z alphabets, either uppercase or lowercase, and any other special symbols or some other numbers are there. Then next you can write a assign, or you can giving during the execution of the scanf %c and ch. So during the execution of this statement, you can write the value of ch is a, or capital A or small a. It will be goes to the first case evaluation, that is case A. So that will be print a as in Ashokudu. It will be print the string A as in Ashokudu and come out of the program. Why it will be come out from that program? You are using the break. The concerned case statements or statement block will be executed. After that automatically comes from entire program. So entire function and entire switch. So from that entire switch it will be comes from that entire switch, and also comes from the main program also. Then next, if you can write the value of ch is b, so it will be goes to execute the case B. In that case B, we have to write Bhagavad Gita, that may be printed on the screen. So it will be goes to execute the default also. Here you can write switch, break, default, switch, case, break, default. These all are the keywords in the switch case. So after execution of the B block statement, automatically goes to default. In the default you can write which you have to new character. So it will be asks another character through the keyboard. That is the working nature of switch case. Then next, these are the switch case statements. Then next, another statements are called iterative statements. The iterative statements are process where a set of instructions or statements executed repeatedly for a specified number of time or until a condition is met. So repeatedly execute the concerned statements inside of any condition or loop. So this means iterative statement. Iteration, loop is same. Repeated statements, iteration statements, repeated statement, then these two are same. Iteration means it is a process. So a set of instructions or statements are executed repeatedly for a specified number of time. So until this condition is true. So if you want to perform this action repeatedly to a different values of that variable. So while loops are ideally used, for example, if you want to calculate some interest or different values of principal or period and rate of interest, so you can make the while loop like that. Then next you can print the values from 1 to 100. So you can print the values from 100 to 1 like that. You are using while loop. So here you can write the while loop program. Int I equals 1. So the next you can check the condition is here. While I is less than or equals 10, you can write less than or equals. Sometimes you can write greater than or equals. You can write equals. You can write not equals. So whatever condition is you are using to develop this logic, so you can use that type of condition in while loop. Here you can write the values of natural numbers from 1 to 10. So while you can check I is less than or equals 10, it may be print the value of I. Until the condition is met, until the condition is true, it will be given the values from 1 to 10. So this condition is true up to 10 numbers you can got from this while loop. Okay. So this is the example of while loop. Then next we can discuss in later class.